Hi, I am Jackson and I'm 7 years old. And what and where is Yahara watershed?
I'm Chris Kucharek. I'm a professor of agronomy and environmental studies at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. So the Yahara watershed is a geographic area in south-central Wisconsin. It is comprised of about 370,000 people, 359 square miles that is home to the city of Madison, University of Wisconsin-Madison, and this chain of lakes we refer to as the Yahara Lakes. It's called a watershed because all of the rainfall and snowmelt that comes onto the surface here eventually makes its way into the Yahara River and down through the chain of lakes and comes to a single outlet point on the southern end of the watershed, kind of the lowest elevation point. That eventually drains into the Rock River, and that eventually goes all the way into the Mississippi River and down to the Gulf of Mexico. So in Yahara 2070, we're interested in trying to figure out, as things change in the future, what all those changes might mean to things like water quality, the amount of food that we produce in the watershed, the amount of flooding that might take place, how the population might be experiencing those things, and how we might need to make better decisions now to combat changes that we don't want to see in the future. As part of Yahara 2070, there's 4 scenarios that were developed, and there's a good reason for having this number. People might wonder, well, is one better than the other? And that's not really what we're going for. We always say that we're not trying to predict the future, we're trying to create some type of space in which we create possibilities or plausible outcomes that people can then use to weigh the decision-making process. If we do this, this is what will happen. We study the future because we have an impact on that. And if we can understand a little bit better about how our decisions that we make might influence the future, then we might be able to avert things from happening that we don't want to happen, so we all can have a better future.